Howdy everyone, it's me Zombie and welcome back to my happy little cosplay channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my very non-aesthetic cosplay studio that I'm in. This definitely is not like my dream cosplay studio by any means, but it is functional as hell and it has really served me well. Some of you may remember that I used to work in this like tiny 4x6 space in my living room area in my apartment, and then after having that tiny space I was supposed to be moving into a house. That fell through. Long story short, they built the house really badly and we couldn't move into it. So luckily we got our money back from that mess, and we were just kind of chilling here in the apartment until we kind of figure out where we want to go. But during that whole process, I kind of commandeered this office area. This used to belong to Adam. After the house thing fell through, I was really bummed and he offered me this space. So now he's in the living room where he does his streams and stuff, and I'm in here where I do cosplay. It's about a 15 by 15 foot space, so it's a pretty good size compared to my last space. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show you around. I'll start with the door of the craft room. I'll go ahead and open it up. Wow. And there it is. And behind the door, you can see that I have this enormous fake plant that I got at Target. I just really liked it and it kind of ended up there. And then my very non-aesthetic pile of stuff. This stuff is all for my business. It's like merch samples and book stuff. And right next to that, we have this body length mirror. This is great for when you have to like try on costumes and stuff. You can kind of jump over from your crafting table, try something on real quick, and try it on in the mirror. So I love this mirror so much. I use it almost every day when I'm crafting. It's really fantastic. And it's also great for selfies if you're trying to get like a whole body costume selfie of yourself. And right above the mirror, I have my Death Stranding gun. And that's pretty much the only prop that is mounted in the whole room. It's really the only one I have out and about, just because, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be here, and I didn't know how much effort I really wanted to put into the room. So that's why it's like kind of minimal and messy at the same time, but again, it is functional. Moving right along, this door right here actually goes to a closet, and this is where my cat's litter boxes and stuff are. I actually can't smell it at all. We actually switched to this new awesome litter, which is fantastic. And I also have this air filter that's right inside. I got this at Amazon. It runs on high all the time and it really helps. Highly suggest this if you guys have cats and don't have one. Here's a cat bed. Soap really loves to hang out there. And I also have this other side of the door cat climby thing. Solaire loves using this thing and he'll jump on top of my big closet that I have right here. Just to the left of my closet is all of my foam. I have some Lumen's Workshop foam, some SKS Props foam. They're so generous, and as you can tell, I've already used a lot of it. I love it so much. I would love to have a better storage system for my foam. I just don't right now, so this is kind of how I store everything. It's kind of chaotic. Here is my cutting mat. This is where I keep it when I'm not using it. And here's my brown paper that I use for a lot of my patterns and also for the covers on my table so I don't get like a bunch of glue and icky stuff on it. I will go ahead and move on to this giant IKEA closet. This closet, I actually was inspired to get it after seeing Svetlana and Benny use a few of these for their projects and storage. And I just thought it was amazing, so I went and I picked one up at IKEA. And I don't know if German IKEA is like better than American IKEA, but like when I got this, it was so jank. Like it was missing pieces. I was so frustrated. Putting this together was a pain, and making sure everything worked was a pain. I think I had to go back to IKEA like twice to get everything. So I'll start at the top. At the top I keep my bottles, my shop cups, And I also have my tablet box up there, and I also keep other props that I just don't have on display but are small enough to store in here. So I have my Death Stranding robot, it's hanging out way back there. And I also have my Fallout 76 Collector's Edition Power Armor helmet. Next shelf down, I keep the fabrics that I am currently using right here in the center. So this is gonna be my Samus undersuit fabric. Everything in this box is like all my wig stuff, my false eyelashes, my gels, and everything that I need to use for wigs and makeup and stuff. I hear a cat wants in, so I'm gonna let her in. Hi, Niners! Niners! This is Niners' like favorite hangout spot, is that bed right up there. She's probably gonna go straight to it. Hi! Yes, I see you. Yes. This is what she does whenever I'm in here working. She like runs in here right away and gets her scritches and then chills on the bed. And Soap's chilling on the bed too. But I'm not here yet, guys. I'll come back in a few minutes. We're talking about the closet right now, but I love you. Where were we? Oh yes, this basket. This basket, I almost forgot what I have in here. What do I have in here? Oh, this is kind of like my miscellaneous like Velcro and elastic drawer. I have a bunch of this stuff, so I just keep all the excess stuff in this bucket right here. Next shelf down are some foam accessories. So I have some foam bevels, foam dowels, foam half dowels from Lumen's workshop. This is just filled with it. And I also have these sponges that I like to use for gradients sometimes and for weathering and for painting. I've found these really useful lately. This is kind of where I keep all my paper receipts, and I also keep some stickers in here as well. Next up is the foam clay. I have some Foamo clay that I've been trying out that my buddy Skylar sent to me. It was very nice of him to send me that, by the way. I also have some Lumen's Workshop clay. They're very generous and sent me some as well. I also have some foam clay from SKS Props. I think I have it out somewhere because I'm gonna use it next, but super excited. I kind of want to like have a project where I use all three brands of foam just to see how they compare, but from what everyone's telling me, all three brands are really good, so I can't wait to try them all out. And here is my tablet. I use this for designing some of the merch designs you guys have seen, and it's just been really fun to play with as well. And I also keep some of my like sticker paper and transfer paper here for costumes and stuff like that. And I also have some miscellaneous printer paper for other little pattern things. The first drawer, as you can probably already see, is filled with paint. So I'm gonna go ahead and open her up. And I got these little inserts for this drawer right here. They're so handy. I'll probably get a couple more next time I'm at IKEA. They're great for like storing paint and little miscellaneous things. But this section is all Vallejo paints. I love Vallejo paints so much. But there's so many. And I don't really organize them by color. They all just kind of go in one big pile, but it usually doesn't take me too long to find anything. So it looks like chaos, but it's controlled chaos. Wonderful, colorful chaos. Back here are some of my larger bottles of acrylic paints. They're just kind of like the Apple Barrel or like Folk Art and other brands. I also have some leather paint here as well. Right here are some more Folk Art acrylic paints. I really love these two for covering wide areas really quickly. They're awesome, and especially for weathering. I also have my airbrush thinner here, and some enamel paints for airbrushes and some enamel thinner for airbrush paints. Here is where I keep all my random paint brushes, palettes, chip brushes. Ooh, I have this random metallic marker. I could definitely use that for a project soon. And I also have some oil paints that were probably here, but kind of fell into the paintbrush area. I also keep my masking tape in there as well. Oh, and over here, some more fabric paints, some fabric dyes, some more Tamiya spray paint, some more lacquer thinner, and this is where I keep a lot of my pens and pencils in that jar. Here's where I keep my sharps in this little metal can, and they all just kind of face down so I don't poke myself when I'm looking for something. Here are all of my Copic markers that I use for coloring wigs sometimes and for other little doodads. And this is my bag of markers. I have Sharpies in here, highlighters, just whatever I need for cosplay projects. And that's about it for that drawer. That was a lot. Whew. I'm gonna close her up and open the next one. Yay, more chaos! Here's where I keep a lot of my masking tape and little bottled up adhesives right here. I also keep some of my bigger foam dowels and other bevels in this area right here. I also have some mixing sticks for paint. And what's this? Oh, it's my Velcro. I keep my Velcro and my webbing in here. Here's kind of like the strapping and rivets spot. I have some elastic. I have some side release buckles, lots of buckles and little buttons and brackets and stuff. And over here I have lots of googly eyes for rivets, and some of them have already been painted metallic and are ready to use as rivets. Very nice. And I also have some eyelets here as well. And that's about it for that drawer. I'm gonna close her up and open our last chaotic drawer, which is the tool drawer. I have all of my tools here pretty much. And I've also used this drawer for sandpaper as well. I know this looks absolutely crazy, but I promise I know where everything is. And as I'm closing this, I do really like how these drawers close. They're like very soft. I love that. In the last storage area down here are for some of my spray paints and other accessories down here that are a little bit bigger, like my thermoplastic, lots of glues and adhesive casting stuff, and some hot glue sticks. By the way, I got this big box of hot glue sticks 2 years ago as a Christmas gift, and they are still abundant. I haven't even used half of it yet, so highly suggest getting these. It's amazing. That concludes my giant tool and material closet. It holds pretty much everything, but I do have some additional storage as well. I have some of my works in progress that I usually just like stick in the corner right there. Another fake plant from Target. I also have my printer over here. And oh, what do we have here? Oh, excuse me. Teehee. It's my cosplay book that I made. Yay! This is just a test copy, but if you want a copy of your own cosplay handbook, they are now for sale on Amazon. And if you want a cheaper electronic version, I have them on my website. They'll be linked below if you're interested. Anyway, back to the printer. I use this for a lot of testing merch ideas and for printing business stuff. I'd also love to be able to make patterns one day and test them out on the printer. That's pretty much what I got it for. I haven't had a printer for many years. I just got this one last Christmas, so super excited to have a printer. I know it's like something everyone has, but I just didn't before, so I'm so happy to have one. The desk that everything is sitting on is kind of Frankenstein from a couple different IKEA parts. This is a table attached to a calyx. I pretty much just drilled in through the top through the calyx and then added some feet on the bottom to make everything even. Then I use these baskets from IKEA for storage. And in here is pretty much all my sewing accessories, electronics, and safety gear like masks, goggles, all that stuff is all in there. Here's my garbage can and this little kitty couch that's made of cardboard. My cats are obsessed with it. This is also where my sewing machine hangs out. I also get a lot of questions about my sewing machine. For you guys that are wondering, it is a Husqvarna Viking Opal 650. I love it. It's been amazing. I probably need to get it serviced soon, but it has been just awesome for cosplay. And this is the desk where I do almost all of my projects on. And as you can see, I have been painting on it quite a bit. All this lighting I got on Amazon. My tripod would usually be right in this area facing down with the DSLR to kind of get all my progress from overhead. And when I'm sewing, the tripod usually sits right here and is kind of over my shoulder so you can kind of see what I'm working on in the sewing machine. This is another desk from IKEA. It's nothing fancy and it's just covered with that paper to protect it a little bit. This desk isn't fancy, but this is. It's my Fordham rotary tool! Oh my god! I love it so much. Fordham was nice enough to send me one after I'd been having some issues with using Dremel for years, and they just don't hold up. Like, working on cosplay is really hard on a rotary tool, and this one, I can't say like nice enough things about it. You may have noticed the floor is a bit weird, and that's because it's pretty much just a bunch of Home Depot 4x6 rugs stuck together and then put over the carpet that was here before. This is just to protect the carpet from all the stuff that I work with every day. I can vacuum it a lot easier, and it's just easier to clean. And that brings us back to the mirror. That is everything. It's really not too much, but it is really functional, and I have really enjoyed working in here. I hope that the next space will be even bigger and better, and I would love to do like some more aesthetically pleasing things with it. But for now, I think this works really great. I'm really thankful to be here. I would love to hear about your cosplay workspaces down in the comments. Let me know, where are you working? Are you working on the floor? Are you working in a room? Are you working in your bedroom? I've worked on all of those places, so tell me about it. Before we move on to the Makers of the Week, I wanted to give a big special thank you to my patrons over on Patreon.com. Y'all are amazing. Thanks for sticking with me through the book launch and beyond. We've had it so much fun the past few months, and we are going to continue to have so much fun. Whenever you join me on Patreon, you get access to all my projects early, my videos early, you get to see behind the scenes stuff, you get access to my Discord community, and more. So if you want to join me over there, I really do appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you. This week's Makers of the Week include Luna Milo 6, who made this gorgeous armor set. Oh my gosh, girl. I love this whole look. You really worked hard on this, and it shows. Thank you so much for showing me. Next up, we have That Dork Mike. Dude, this is amazing. I love the weathering, I love the armor. It looks fantastic. Finally, we have My Cat Cosplay, who's trying out the making armor and then layering that piece of 2mm foam over it to make it look like one casted piece. I think it's looking awesome. Thank you so much for showing me. That's a risky move, but I hope you like the results, because when I do it, I love it too. Thank you guys so much for showing me what you make. Whenever you show me something that you're working on, it really does make my day. I love seeing what you guys create so much. So if you're working on something and you want to show me, I certainly hope you will. I'm Zombies Workshop on Twitter and Instagram, so I can't wait to see you over there. Thank you in advance for showing me all the cool stuff you're working on. And if you like the video, I do hope you'll hit that subscribe button, because I would love to see you back. Until next time, everyone, bye.